Hey guys, welcome back for more Coffee Talk episode 2. So last time we got visited by Gala, Georgie, Lucas, and Riona. It was a pretty long day last time for some reason. Anyways, let's continue. Let's do day 9 today. Come on. So who's gonna be visiting us today? Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. So who's gonna be our first customer? Gala again for the second time, and with Hyde this time. Hyde didn't came by last time. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Gala, nice to see you too. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Hyde is not talking. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury is giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it a full moon already? Nope, but sometimes I get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before a full moon, our bodies start to prepare for a Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That sounds pleasant, or that doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Moon. Since a Galahad can suit your Fury, maybe it would work pre-Fury as well. Maybe, but I think it need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad but with no caffeine and maybe blue. Also, he wants a blue pea. Okay, how to make Galahad is tea, right? Tea, milk and ginger. Okay, so let's change it to blue pea. What was that again? Shit, I forgot. I'm sorry. I was not looking. Milk, right? Milk and ginger. Blue pea, milk, and ginger. So a little bit different. Gala tea. Yes. Here you go. A Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Moon? Ah no, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. It almost make it sound like you know in advance what you're ordering. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see your sixth sense taste. Or how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. I'm very happy to hear that. Are you fighting? What's with the long looks you two? Did something happen? Actually, Moon, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No, I was tired today. I nearly fell asleep on the job. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, Ben, then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy, it sucked the color out of the room. And it's not the first time either, it's a constant these days. Please help me. Help him, Moon. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. What? What? 40? Only 40? Weren't you alive since the 60s? Hey, didn't they say they met at 60s? Why did I say 40 years old? Was it 40? And I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Oh, maybe they met when he was human still? Okay, probably. Eyes on the prize, Moon. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around and twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You're trying to leave modeling behind then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, I felt like I was building a bond with the wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign and the brand posts it online and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. True. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't it changing these days? Though with slow fashion and the like. That's true, when people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that, but the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people would remember. That became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? I mean, he doesn't sleep, right? A vampire doesn't sleep. But do you see what I'm dealing with, Moon? It doesn't seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. What? I don't know. What did you make back then? You probably like something with ginger, right? Galahad. Jahe Tubruki. This one was ginger. Spanish Shahara. I don't think he'd like chocolate milk. Okay, let's make Zobo. Okay, Zobo. He likes Zobo, right? Okay, let's give him Zobo. Hibiscus, ginger, and ginger. Yeah, we gave him Zobo last time, right? That's good. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. Nice, Moon. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. You're going to pick at the horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Hyde or Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy... Oh, sorry. To buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why won't you? Is it gonna be just about? Oh, Lua. I was just gonna say, is it just gonna be the two of them today? And Lua arrived. Oh, hi everyone. Hey Lua. Hi Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I want to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. He must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you too, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Moon. Of course, what would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I love a lemon and honey drink, please. Okay, lemon and honey. So what do we put in the lemon and honey? What did you say again? Oh my god. I did not see. Riona, like that. Like the Riona post. If I love a lemon and honey drink, please. Maybe you want chocolate this time? Tea. Did you say sweet? I don't remember. I think she said sweet, right? Ah, this one. Okay. Oh no, she has a sore throat. Okay, so let's give her tea, lemon and honey. Okay. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Moon. This is truly lovely, just what I needed. That's great to hear. I mean, she has a sore throat. Why would we give her chocolate, right? My company's trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead, and then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if you always acted rationally. If you only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although, if you figure out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's a problem, I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making on my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bae to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though, but I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it feels all wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bae, but the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiance that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? And that's up to how you communicate, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of working out your own wants and needs. True. Hyde is telling her again. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters? Right? And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right, I'm glad you remember that because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? True. Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the question or the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just... my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they don't, or do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. He's thinking about it. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor. But I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change career, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Find it too impermanent. He wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lugged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup, and then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience, something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep, most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. True, and you just pose and pose, right? The models do. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have fun as for a dark place. Comes with the territory. But as for pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know. A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths. hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magical ritual, or a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird places these days. It's not like me to tell this kind of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea. I think of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Share it then. Go on then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully, and it's more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Oh, me? No, the other vampire is looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. Oh, sorry. I clicked it again. I know I'm distinguishedly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. Yeah, he likes to take pictures, so maybe that would be good for him. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids drama and offend the parent. But most importantly, you'd do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. Dude, what the hell are you saying? I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. True, it's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but it doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night. Good night, Moon. See you later. Good night, you too. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Yeah, all the time. It's always hiding me. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you like being around people, don't you? I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know, I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one, not really. I know, the one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No, I guess I don't. It confirmed me for that marriage and the like. It's never going to be my thing, and there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationship that works much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly too close to the flow flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricky one, Moon. and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-on-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species, but even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe or two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. You've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there is always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We'll make sure it is not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourselves, friend. And you do as well. Okay, it's Hyde again. Yeah, Hyde has a lot of stories in this episode 2. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Day 9. Bitter heart. So that is ginger, cinnamon, and coffee. Looks like coffee though, right? Coffee talk. Thursday. Okay, here we go. So we finished day 9. So yeah, as I said, Hyde has a lot of stories in this episode, technically. There was also this one, right? And when he talked to Lou and Bailey's as well, he has a big part there. And also in the beginning, like he's being our main character. No, I mean, yeah, in this technically in this second game of Coffee Talk, like the characters have a little more, not all of them of course, but it's pretty much balanced right now. Like the balance of the screen time. Like in the first game we had Freya a lot. Technically Freya was there all day, like every day she was there, right? But in this game, yeah, you have a balance of characters. Like Lucas, I thought Lucas and Riona was gonna be like the main characters here, that they would be here every day, but that was not the case. They're here from time to time. Yeah, they have their own screen time, but also the other characters as well. It is pretty much balanced this time around. So that's kind of good, I guess. But I hope that we see Freya soon. Where the hell is Freya? It is day 9 already. Jesus. So we're gonna do day 10 in the next episode, guys. Hopefully she's there. I wish. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.